college this season. That's where you guys are kind of headed. I don't think the guys, are you guys moving on to college too?
I'm
You're staying back?
Stefan couldn't get into college.
He's failed out.
I'm 100. Stefan doesn't believe in higher education.
Yeah, he's so happy.
I'm 172 years old. I've already been to college, I think 4 times, something like that. 3 or 4 times.
Graduated 3 or 4 times.
Yeah.
Caroline and Elena are going to college.
Okay.
And Bonnie. So all the girls.
Kind of.
Yeah. According to
Bonnie's there in spirit.
She's
there.
dead.
According
Literally dead.
According to Caroline, all the girls are going to college together.
Bonnie's in the ghost class.
Literally.
Poor Bonnie.
We should talk about Bonnie.
Let's talk about Bonnie.
I mean, but it
Spirit
left
born.
with nobody really knowing what happened to her besides Jeremy. How does that kind of
I don't think Bonnie
unravel?
knows. I don't think Kat
Bonnie's
knows.
completely accepted the fact that that's happened at all. It really, I mean, the new season starts off where it left off, and that the character is dead, but she's on the other side. So you get to kind of see what happens on the other side, because that hasn't been something that's been explored on the show yet. You don't really know what happens when a character goes to the other side.
It's all unicorns on the other side.
Yeah.
Unicorns
And rainbows.
All unicorns
and
rainbows.
mermans.
Lots of mermaids, which means we just need a disco ball and it's a gay club. Which is just leave me there.
How did you approach kind of writing the season? I know you stepped into a larger role this year, but does it feel like a twist on the same show, just given that Klaus is gone?
We were hyper aware that like when shows have kids that go to college, that it becomes like this weird other show that feels a little different than the show that the fans, like. And so we just wanted to make sure that it felt like Vampire Diaries, yet it feels like a fresh start, a new season. And so I feel like we've got Mystic Falls stories with like Damon and Jeremy and stuff, and then Caroline and Bonnie and Elena have their new fun world.
Paul, you kind of get to play something very different this season. We've seen dark sides of Stefan, but did you bring any different nuances or still playing similar?
I bring all
You don't bring
nuance.
any nuance to your performance,
Shut
Paul.
your
Let's
mouth.
just come on.
Yes, I'm. Just unbelievable nuances. It's just no. I'm kidding. I really, actually, to be honest with you, it was one of those things where
You're happy about this. It's awesome.
no. Yeah, I am.
No, it's great.
Tell me more about how Paul feels
anyway,
about
so-
this change.
Can I answer the question, Mom?
Dead. I'm dead.
Mom. Okay, so I really, to be honest with you, like sort of just when I read the script is when I realized that Silas is actually a pretty funny guy.
Yeah.
So I think that it's going to be different because Stefan's not that.
But it's all in the writing. It's not in the nuance performance.
Why do you have to be such a hater?
I'm loving
Why are
on
you
it.
such a player hater? Don't
joking.
no.
No,
I'm leaving
don't
you
leave me
hanging.
hanging.
I'm leaving you hanging.
Don't leave me hanging.
All right, fine.
Paul, actually, what's awesome about this whole thing?
Such a player hater.
No, actually, I'm about to give nothing but player love. Is that Stefan's a phenomenal character, but he's a very heavy, thoughtful dude. And now that guy is in a safe in the bottom of a lake for a while, and we get to play in a completely different realm, which we typically weren't able to play when it was just Damon and Stefan. There's no, not one guy was super serious about one thing while the other one was playing off of that seriousness and being the Joker. Now, Silas is a completely different guy, and if anything, has the upper hand, and so it totally changed the dynamic between the brothers, because ultimately you're seeing a doppelganger. If I say that again, I'm going to shoot myself. But you see the same guy, who's Stefan, interacting with this guy Damon, but the stakes have totally changed, the dynamics totally changed, and it's cool.
Now I know everything I need to know about my character.
Okay, but what about, it kind of seems like it's a reverse for Damon this season, because he's usually kind of the bad boy, for lack of a better term, but now he's in a relationship, and I think on the panel today you said something about him being sweet.
Yeah, it's pretty funny the how much that's changed, because you see this, like sweet Damon who's sort of
He's sweet, but he's still
poised.
Damon. Like, he's not like, oh, lovey-dovey, like a different character. He's like, we've never really seen Damon in a real relationship.
No.
So, it
No.
was kind of fun to kind of figure out, too. Like, how
But
would
it's
he
cute.
act? Yeah, it's cute.
It's cute.
You would want to be his girlfriend,
Yeah. Well, it's the first season in a really long time that it's kind of Klausless. I mean, maybe he'll come and go. I don't know. Klaus.
Klaus.
Do you remember him? He was around for a little bit.
joke.
What does Mystic Falls look like now without Klaus? Is Silas really the main thing we need to be worrying about, or are there other entities that might be coming in?
Well, it was funny last year because Klaus was the villain of the show, and we had to remind the audience why we wanted to kill him because he didn't do anything that was that bad.
Yeah.
He loved Caroline.
If you do this, I'm gonna kill your whole family.
Yeah.
Cut 2 episodes go by, they don't do it, and the family's not dead.
The originals will obviously have the breath for that all to happen, for him to emerge as a villain again. But I don't necessarily feel like there's a void in our show. I mean, Silas is an awesome villain.
Oh, yeah,
and
totally.
technically he's the first immortal, basically the first person to ever
He's the
exist.
original.
Yeah.
I'm Haley Steinfeld, and you're watching ENTV. Hi, my name is Kiernan Shipka, and you're watching ENTV.
Aubrey Plaza, ENTV. I just touched it with my mouth, sorry.